So we're playing the bird in Modern Death and Taxes, a mono-white version at the moment. I've moved away from blue, and this hand is 5 lands of Stoneforge and a Flicker Wisp. It's not amazing. There's no Vial, there's no turn 1 play, but I do like Stoneforge. We're going to give it a go. This is on the sketchier side of keeps, I'm pretty sure. Before camera, I played into Storm, and before recording on camera, I played into Storm, and I absolutely had the nut draw against them. So it's pretty funny that this is quite literally not the nut draw. Temple Guard into Birds of Paradise. This could be anything. This could even be a boat. The reason I'm playing some Modern is to remind myself how much I enjoy Magic. And our land is not where we want to be, if I'm honest. There we go. Sketchy Keep, get punished immediately by drawing more of the thing we don't want. But with the announcement of expensive anthologies for Fetchlands on Arena yesterday, and I've got a video about that which should be out by the time that this video comes out. What the fuck is this? Beginning of each combat you move with a top card of your library. If you roll a creature this way, it becomes a copy of it. Wow. That's kind of cool. It's from Aftermath. What does that mean? Some sort of weird combo deck? We drew an Aven Interrupter. So I'm playing some Modern, or some Magic, to remind myself that in spite of the fact that the greed of the company that makes it can be just so heavy sometimes, it can weigh so heavily upon your enjoyment or wanting to get satisfaction out of the game, that it isn't always so bad. Sometimes playing the game is pretty good. I'll get Fire and Ice here. Frustratingly, the Vesuvian Drifter does not become... Sorry, it's not killable with Fire and Ice, it being a 2/4, but we can swing through it with Fire and Ice when it's not a blue creature. Now, there's a good chance it's always going to be a green creature during combat, because the cards in the deck are probably green creatures. It became a Fibblethip, which allows them to plot off the top of their library, which is super interesting. Or even Interrupter makes their plot costs worse, because then all their spells do cost 2 on the following turn. Guess they're trying to, like, plot off the top of their library... well, not for free. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, if I'm honest. They can't cast Fibblethip right now, because they tapped white, white, green. But they are cracking a fetch now to go and get an island. They're going to have 4 mana. They're going to... Are they plotting something on top of the library? What are they doing here? I'm so confused. Birds of Paradise, sure. Skyclave Apparition to eat the Stoneforge Mystic, sure. Stoneforge goes away. We end up finding a Leonin Arbiter, which isn't all that exciting. We can flicker the Skyclave Apparition, which will give us a 2/2 creature, and then they'll exile our Flicker Wisp, which isn't very fun or exciting. I guess we're playing Interrupter, or we're playing even or Flicker Wisp here. I think flashing an Interrupter just to exile whatever they try and cast for a tempo play is, I say it's fine. They're miles ahead on board. I don't know what they're doing, but they're miles ahead on board. Are they just like Bant Value Town with the weird stuff from the last couple sets? Is that where we're at? I'm assuming there is a combo kill here that I'm not aware of yet. Giver of Runes. I think I'll just make them have to recast that next turn. Interrupter also much have a good second line of text considering they've got Fibblethip in their deck. So Giver goes into the plot zone. They crack and find and shock a blue source, I assume for Fibblethip here. I guess exiling the Fibblethip does mean that they have to spend more mana, like 5 mana total to get it into play. But like the Giver of Runes being castable next turn means that we get to stop it from being active for 2 turns. I'm going to take 4 here. Having a creature alive and we've got Sword of Fire and Ice is pretty good. Giver of Runes plus Birds of Paradise does mean that we're going to struggle to get through it though, unfortunately. I guess we go Aether Vial this turn, Fire and Ice this turn. This allows us to swing once with it, without them being able to protect the bird. But then it just kills a bird. It's basically just a very, very expensive, what's the word I'm looking for? Abyss. Okay, well, Solitude exiles our Interrupter. We go to 18. They've just got everything, and we're just over here with a lot of lands, and a Vial, and a Sword, and it's not very good. I mean, getting Caldor would have been worse, so I'm happy we got the Sword. Traditionally, this has been the kind of deck that D&T doesn't do too well into, is like the go wide value creature decks, which is not a thing you see in Modern. We're going to get Slammer Jammed for a bunch here. This is 7 damage. They're going to gain 3 going to 17. They can cast the Fibblethip in their hand, and they can cast this Giver of Runes. I think the Fibblethip's in their hand. They did shuffle their library earlier. They might have shuffled it away, but I don't think so. We're going to uptick our Aether Vial. We find an Ephemerate, which is pretty good with the Wisp, I guess. We're going to go Silent Clearing. We're going to go Wisp. It's going to flicker out this plane, so we've got an Ephemerate next turn. And I guess we're going to make another body with Leonin Arbiter. Their Drifter becomes a nothing. The Drifter is nothing but we have 3 mana 2/4 so far, which is pretty funny. If we flicker out the Apparition, it does mean that they get to eat our Stoneforge Mist. Oh, sorry, our Fire and Ice. which is not ideal. Jace reawakens, so they are really deep on this plot plan. It's got to be some sort of combo. Guess it's casting 7 mana Tibalt early or something. I don't know. I say earlier. Soothing Drifter's going to try to change into something else again. It becomes a Solitude. They're drawing Solitude next turn. They attack like this. Sure. We get a block here. We're going to block like this. Oh, this keeps flying? Oh, interesting. Okay. Like this. They're going to use Gira of Runes, I assume. They're not going to use Gira of Runes. Okay, we're going to Ephemerate our Flicker Wisp. It's going to enter the battlefield. Do we save our own Arbiter here, or do we not take 3? I think we save our own Arbiter. Having creatures is good. Take 7. Take 3, go to 7. Tap both your birds. Go on. I dare you. Another Drifter. Sure. Wisp brings back Arbiter. We tick up our Vial. Are we rebounding this? We probably are, right? We're not attacking with the Flicker Wisp at this point. Yeah, so we're going to tick up our Vial. We're going to go ahead and cast this. Target our Wisp. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to try and flicker out this Bird of Paradise. Make them use their Giver. So Birds of Paradise out. They can give it pro white here. Yeah, sure. So we're going to go ahead and draw a card. We drew an Ephemerate. We can Ephemerate out the bird again, get in for damage, hit them with the Arbiter, kill the Skyclave, make a body. This isn't the worst thing in the world. So that bird is gotten now. They can't block with our thingamabob. We drew an Archon of Emeria, which we can't cast this turn. Play Horizon Canopy. We're going to equip the... How are we equipping here? We can swing. We can kill the Jace, but I think it's largely irrelevant. We're taking, like, a bunch in the air anyway. I want to kill the Skyclave Apparition to get a 2/2 back, but I think killing the Vesuvian... Sorry, the Giver of Runes is more important, generally. So we're going to go ahead and equip to the Wisp, I think. Because we want the Wisp to be alive here. Go to combat. This is going to transform into a white creature now after all that, isn't it? Well, at least... Oh, it still flies. It still flies. Okay, well, we attack... Oh, this is summoning sick. I just fucked it. I just fucked the whole turn. Because if that was still blue, this should have been a thing equipped to. So we ain't killing that. We got absolutely ruined by... It feels like fucking nonsense, if I'm completely honest, but it could just be that I don't understand what the actual game plan is, but this doesn't seem to do anything besides randomly become a Solitude sometimes. I'm not really sure that the power is there. We're going to bring in Light and Shadow, I think, for some pro-white. Bywater does kill Solitudes, but it also kills our Wisp. And that's probably where we're at. I don't think we want exiling enchantments. I'm not sure if we want containment priests. I guess a path to exile would be good. A Cyclave would be good. Let's bring these in. Let's cut our Wisps. Don't seem very good in the matchup. And then we'll cut... what else do we not want? We'll cut 1 Ephemerate because we're losing all our ETB abilities. And we'll cut 1... We're on the play, so I like Arbiter on the play. Should we trim an Archon? Like a Flyer does seem good, but they seem to be doing things that... I don't know if the Archon matters. Well, because I have an infinite combo that I'm not aware of now. 2-drop. Sarah Paragon. This is okay. Again, better than last time, but still not very hot, if I'm honest. Would love to see a Vial in our opening hand. That's a very obvious statement. We always want to see Vial in our opening hand. That's a very stupid thing to say. We'll go Plains, represent Path. Pass to them. This Arbiter might just do a load of work on its own, if they have like a handful of fetch lands. The first land is a fetch land. Will they crack it in response to our Arbiter? Let's find out. They do. They have played this rodeo before. They've played Knifey Cat Jesus before. A Triome that has red in it. Fuck knows. I'm still incredibly confused. There's got to be some sort of game plan here that I've just not come across. They have 2 mana here. Are they playing Reprieve? You know, the White Remand? Is that what we're going to see here? I need to keep the mana up because of Arbiter anyway. Let's play a Volatile Fault. Let's move to combat attack. Our Stoneforge is kind of dead right now, so we're not looking to play that anytime soon. Attack with Arbiter. They get hit for 2. We play a Giver of Runes. Pass to them. They can't really tap out here because we'll just Volatile Fault them. Because of Arbiter, they won't be able to search their library, so we will get to just literally, like, super cheap strip mine them. They're gonna cast. They're gonna play a Solitude here. Maybe they're like white scamming this stuff. So it enters the battlefield. Trigger. They exiled a Teferi here. They're going to target the Arbiter, I assume. Yeah. Where they're going to make them pay. This resolves. They get a land out of it. We get a treasure out of it. I'm just going to ephemerate the Arbiter here. We get to keep our Arbiter. This also goes to the bin. They still can't use a fetch next time without them to pay 2 mana. We still have a Volatile Fault up if that's where they end up going. They shock in a Temple Garden. It's going to be an Apparition? No, it's going to be Utopia Sprawl. What the fuck? Are they generally banned Value Town? Are they playing like Yorion and stuff? Fibblethorpe? Sure. Sure. It's a creature that allows them to get cards to the library. They're under 2 cards in hand. We're going to rebound this ephemerate and say no, sadly. We're going to find a Giver of Runes. We're going to go to combat, attack them for 2. And I'm just going to blow up one of their lands, I think. And then we'll get a treasure they won't. Takes them off of red as well. And then if we draw a land, we can play Serra Paragon. That gives us access to a Volatile Faults again from the bin. So they're down to 3 mana. They chose blue with the Utopia Sprawl. I would love to bring up the forest with the Sprawl on it, but this, I believe, says non-basic. Yeah. It's not quite Ghost Quarter. No attacks, obviously. We're going to tap and draw Volatile Faults. We're going to go to combat. In with, I guess, 3 damage here. We've got a Giver. I'm going to attack with 1 Giver. And then I just slam down the Serra Paragon here, I think. It's pretty strong with Giver of Runes in play, and they don't have any like counter magic so that we can protect it. If they have double removal spell, they can get rid of Arbiter and one or the other. I guess Solitude plus Ephemerate's pretty good. Prismatic Ending, so in response to that, we're going to give Serra Paragon protection from white. Are they Domain Value Town? They plotted a Giver of Runes to the top of their library. They have Utopia Spore to pay for our Arbiter this turn. We're going to go to combat. We're going to attack here. They take 5. I'm then going to go ahead and blow up the Triome. They can pay for it, which is fine by me. It just fucks with their mana more, because they probably don't have a swamp in their deck, right? They pay for Arbiter, sure. This goes away, we get a treasure. In their upkeep, I'm going to do it again, because it's basically like a Richardson port. Because this is currently on blue, so if I now do this to this, they can pay 2, find a white source, but then they've paid 2 mana, so this land is denying them some mana. Also, they don't do enough here. They're dead to the Serra Paragon in the air, right? So they got to somehow fight through this mana denial plus Giver of Runes to be able to not die. Because their Giver of Runes can cast this turn, but it's summoning sick. 3 mana, cast Jace Reawakened. Sure. They plot Utopia Sprawl, and then they cast the Giver of Runes they plotted last turn, I assume. I've never been so confused in all my life. I don't know what's going on. What the hell? Because of the Sprawls, I kind of want to have access to a Wisp just to flicker the land that the Sprawl is on. It's very strong, fucking with their mana. But is there anything I'd prefer that over? Maybe an Archon? Maybe 1... Having access to 1 is kind of stupid, but here we go. Watch it die to a bloody Bowmaster or something that they're playing off their black sources now. Or something stupid like that. Okay, we've got Arbiter, double Solitude, and then find a land for the Archon. Is that good enough into their deck? Don't forget, like, the part of their engine is a Ward 2 creature, so our Solitude is never really that free into, like, Fibblethorpe, for example. Arbiter was pretty good last time. I'm going to give this a go. We're on the draw as well. They've kept a 7. We can also just get a Giver of Runes really early with the Solitude, just to not have that as a problem later in the game. All their weird Shapeshifter that was doing stuff last time. They play it down the Triome, sure. We're going to untap and draw. Land is good here. Player Planes, pass to them. If you do know what our opponent is doing over there, please do post it in the comments. I am curious to find out. 5 color Value Town plot stuff. Okay, so we're playing Arbiter here. This makes their fetches clunky next turn. They haven't played any yet. You can just Prismatic Ending this away for 2 mana. That is a thing they can do. Guess we're looking to never draw a land again. I guess drawing a Ghost Quarter would be good. They play the Vesuvian Drifter. Sure. It's going to become nothing. Okay, well, sure. We're going to untap and see if we find an Ephemerate. We do, so we can scam the Solitude here, which I think is pretty hot. So we're not going to bother attacking. We're going to try and get 2 creatures with our Solitude by scamming it. Pass to them. We really want to play 3 creatures so that the Ephemerate and Artun gets some value too. Teferi. That makes things a little bit more awkward because they just then down tick and bounce our Solitude back to hand. But that's kind of okay. Exile the Drifter. Triggers on the stack. Holding control for hold priority. We're going to evoke... Sorry, we're going to Ephemerate the Solitude. Keeps the clock on the board with Arbiter as well, I guess. This is triple card, though, and they get to put it back in our hand, but we are close to 5 mana. I'm not sure if this is actually correct, but if we don't do this, we're doing nothing. So it's better than doing nothing. We do go to 6 cards off of this, and our Ephemerate doesn't do anything next turn. Oh, they've got to bounce the Arbiter here to get the Heath done. Is that their plan? Yeah, okay. Fascinating stuff. So we get to attack with Solitude next turn and keep our Solitude around. If we draw Ghost Quarter, we slam Arbiter and get them. If we don't draw Ghost Quarter, I guess we play Archon, but then they could have more fetches too. In fact, they're prioritizing getting rid of this Arbiter over the Solitude here with the Teferi. Temple Garden, they just play a blocker here for the Solitude. They got a Haywire Might to block and protect. Okay. Are we going to be pitching to the Solitude then? We're going to rebound, say no, because we want to attack with Solitude and kill the Teferi. We drew a Ghost Quarter, so I think we go Ghost Quarter. This, I don't know if this is correct. Arbiter, Cast this Pitching Archon, because we want to kill the Teferi. This might be a little bit overkeen, I'm not sure. Blow up the red, white, blue source. Like, strip mine, kill your creature, kill your planeswalker. That does sound good when you say it out loud. It's just like, it does put us down to barely any resources. Drawing a Paragon, the only Paragon we've got. I really think we should play 2 Sarah Paragon, but drawing a Paragon obviously is huge for us. Stoneforge Mystic would be fine as well. Okay. So they're evoking a Solitude to get rid of our Arbiter. That's fine. Down to 2 cards in hand. Ghost Court resolves. They get a land out of it. So they've all got double white. So maybe they get double green here. They do. Oh, they've got double green. Okay. Whatever it is, they have a 4-mana spell they want to cast, right? So we killed a Teferi. They're down to 2 cards in hand. We're down to 1 card in hand, but we have a board presence. We are down on mana than them, a land than them. But then we have 5 life. So it seems cool. I think we're ahead just from having a creature in play, I think is a fair thing to say. Birds of Paradise from them. Are they a Bring to Light deck? They're shocked in that red source, by the way. Rising Canopy, go to combat. In for 3. Stoneforge Mystic was like the best draw there, I think. I guess Ephemerate was also good and Sarah Paragon was also good, but Stoneforge is often just the best draw. Play a Stoneforge. I think we get Caldra here because it's the scariest. Although Far and Ice would have got that Solitude back from the bin, so. Congregation at Dawn. So just to load 3 creature cards, reveal them, shuffle them, put them in any order. Okay, there's the I say combo. There's the engine, right? Oh fuck. So now they go. Oh fuck. I think we lose if they get like a hasty, powerful, ridiculous threat or something. And the Vesuvan. Or if they pick Emrakul with a 3rd card down, they can play the Vesuvan thing. I don't know if it's called Vesuvan. Vesuvan Uplift. Yeah, we go. There we go. Okay. Drifter. Then it's going to become a Tzeru and Hazaret, which when it attacks, top cards, exile legend creature among them, put that rest in the bottom of the library in a random order until you may cast it. So Shapeshifter now becomes Tzeru. They swing, because it has haste. They cast Emrakul for free, and then we just die. Super interesting matchup. Now I know what they're doing. I had a feeling, right? I had a feeling it was like a 1-turn. I was saying infinite combos, but what I really should have been saying, not that I was thinking this way, I was thinking it would be some sort of looped infinite combo, is I should have been saying, why did it not trigger? Oh, it did. It did. I should have been saying infinite combos are 1-turn kills. That's pretty cool, right? Congregation at Dawn plus Vesuvan Drifter into Hasty Cast Enabler plus Emrakul. That's basically what that does. And now we have the life to survive, but we have to sack 6 things when they attack. So we got nothing. We got nothing. The only thing that could get rid of this is a Solitude, and I don't have another white card in hand. So I'm going to draw a card, hit a white card, hit Solitude. No. Okay. So now I take 17 and don't have an answer to the Emrakul. Yikes. Yikes. Boom. Go to 5. So, okay, let's talk about what I should have done now that we know what's going on and we understand the deck. Because it's a new deck that I haven't seen yet. There's a white card to pitch a Solitude. What we should have done was hold a Solitude for the very end. For the situation where this happens. Because then we could have Solituded that and just solved the whole issue. Just bricked them. I got over eager to just clear their board and get ahead. Which I think wasn't an unreasonable idea. Killing the body, killing the Planeswalker, leaving them with 2 cards in hand, leaving us with a board presence. But I didn't realize that combo was a cast a spell in their end step, in this case Congregation at Dawn, to enable a 3-card combo to basically not one-shot us, but put us to a situation where we just cannot come back from it. So now I know the deck, and I know what deck is playing Vesuvan Drifter. I need to play around that in future. So this has been a learning experience, which is pretty sweet. When you lose and learn nothing, that sucks. When you lose and learn something, that's the opposite of sucking. It's blowing. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below for the deck list and to coolstuffinc.com, the main sponsor of the channel if you want to buy singles or seal product. And I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now.